Welcome to The Explainer. So you've probably noticed how literally every business owner right now is talking about AI, right? It's everywhere. But today, we're actually looking under the hood of what's arguably the fastest growing business model in the modern digital economy, AI automation businesses. We're going to break down exactly what they are, how they work, and honestly, why they are completely transforming industries from the inside out. Let's get into it. Now, what is the real B2B AI opportunity? Because, a lot of folks think AI is just a cool chatbot writing emails, or generating funny images of cats in astronaut suits. Or on the flip side, they see it as this huge threat to jobs. But behind all those flashy headlines, there is this massive, lucrative opportunity happening quietly in the background. And a lot of people still don't fully grasp it. It really isn't just about the novelty of the tech. It's about what this technology can actually do for a company's bottom line.
Okay, Section 1, Beyond the AI Hype, Uncovering the Real B2B Opportunity.
Let's really dive into this. What we're actually talking about here are the ultimate corporate problem solvers. It usually starts like this. A client says, "We spend way too much time doing this repetitive work," and the automation business basically replies, "Well, we can build a system that does it automatically." So why is this exploding right now? Well, think about it. For decades, automation existed mostly inside massive corporations with, bottomless budgets. Small businesses, they were totally priced out. But today, we've got this perfect storm. Cloud computing got way cheaper, no-code tools hit the scene, and these incredibly powerful AI models became accessible to basically anyone. So now, a small local business can tap into tech that literally would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars just a few years ago. It's a total game changer.
Moving on to Section 2, Automation versus AI automation, from rules to reasoning.
All right, pay attention because here is the aha moment of this whole explainer. We really have to draw a hard line here between traditional software and modern intelligent workflows. A lot of people mix these two up, but they're entirely different animals. You see, traditional automation simply follows fixed rules. Like, if a customer fills out a form, automatically send an email. If a payment comes in, update a spreadsheet. Right? It relies on clearly defined triggers and predictable steps. But AI automation, oh man, it goes much, much further. It actually understands language. It analyzes context. It makes decisions, and it generates fresh responses. It can classify messy data or summarize super complex conversations. So while traditional automation just blindly follows instructions, AI automation actually combines those instructions with real intelligence. It replaces what previously required human judgment. It doesn't just route a customer support ticket, it reads it, figures out the exact problem, and resolves the whole thing without a human ever getting involved.
Let's move to Section 3, Real-World AI Applications, where intelligent workflows are winning. Let's see how this actually builds out.
It's one thing to talk about the theory, right? But the sheer breadth of services an AI automation business can offer is just staggering. Take customer service. AI systems are in there answering those endless, repetitive queries about pricing or shipping, which saves massive amounts on support costs. In sales, they aren't just logging data anymore, they're actually qualifying leads, figuring out which prospects are most likely to buy, and handling totally personalized outreach. Marketing teams, they're using them to generate content and continuously optimize their campaigns. Over in operations, it's all about automatic data entry, tying clunky systems together into clean dashboards, and generating reports. Even in HR, they're building workflows that literally screen applicants and schedule interviews. We are talking about a massive, across-the-board reduction in administrative work and staffing costs every single department.
Let's ground this in a really tangible scenario. Just imagine a busy local dental clinic. Step 1, it's messy, it's manual. The front desk staff is spending countless hours handling dozens of routine calls. Office hours, insurance coverage, rescheduling, all that stuff. Step 2, an AI automation company steps in. They deploy a smart AI assistant to answer those exact inquiries, book the appointments, and send out reminders completely automatically. And then Step 3, the clinic employees suddenly save a ton of time, meaning they become far more productive with the patients actually in the office. Plus, the patients calling in get instant, faster responses. Everybody wins here. The clinic gladly pays an implementation fee and ongoing maintenance, and the automation company has a thrilled client for life.
And honestly, that brings us to a fundamental truth. Businesses do not buy exciting technology. They really don't care if it's called AI or machine learning or, honestly, magic. They buy measurable results. Period. Companies are happily paying thousands of dollars for this stuff strictly because it produces concrete outcomes. Look at it this way. If a new system saves 20 hours a week, that is a direct, undeniable reduction in labor costs. If it increases sales conversions, revenue grows. If employees can finally focus on higher value work, overall productivity spikes. And as you'll see, the stronger the results you can prove, the easier it becomes to sell these solutions.
Which brings us to Section 4, the revenue models, how these businesses actually make money.
So we know the value is undeniably there, but how do you actually monetize it? Well, we see 4 main pillars here. First up, setup fees. This is a one-time charge for analyzing the client's messy processes, designing the fix, and deploying the system. Depending on how complex it is, this can range from a few $100 to literally tens of thousands of dollars. Then you've got monthly retainers. This covers ongoing maintenance, troubleshooting, and updates. We also see usage-based pricing. This is great because the revenue scales with the client's growth. Basically, the more the automation runs, the more money is generated. And finally, consulting for that expert strategy guidance. But I gotta point out, the monthly retainers model, that is often considered the absolute most attractive piece of this whole business. It creates this beautiful stream of recurring, predictable income, all while giving the client continuous long-term value.
All right, Section 5, skills, tools, and challenges. What it takes to build one.
Now, at this point, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but I'm not a software engineer. How could I ever do this? Well, the truth is, you don't need a computer science degree to start. In fact, what's really interesting about this list of skills is what's missing. You don't see advanced coding or complex machine learning algorithms anywhere on there. The true essential skills are problem solving, process analysis, communication, sales, business understanding, and client management. The tech, honestly, that can be learned over time, especially with all the intuitive no-code platforms out there today that just visually connect different systems together. But business acumen and process analysis, that rare ability to look at a company, spot its hidden inefficiencies, and design a seamless workflow to solve those specific problems, that is so much more vital. If you can do that, you already possess the most important skills in this entire industry.
Hey, let's keep this explainer grounded. It's not always a walk in the park, and I want to be completely upfront about that. Here is your reality check. When you look under the hood of most companies, you are going to find incredibly messy processes and disorganized data literally held together by digital duct tape. Seriously. You often have to figure out how to integrate modern, lightning-fast AI into clunky, outdated legacy software that simply wasn't built for it. Client expectations, they can sometimes be pretty unrealistic. And honestly, perhaps the biggest hurdle of all is employee resistance to change. Building systems that actually work reliably requires meticulous planning, rigorous testing, and gracefully navigating these very real and often very messy corporate realities.
Let's wrap things up with Section 6, the future of work, the new standard business infrastructure.
We are witnessing a fundamental shift in how organizations are going to operate over the next decade. I can't stress this enough. This is not some fleeting tech trend that's just going to fade away by next year. It is rapidly becoming the new standard business infrastructure. And this core philosophy really sums it up perfectly. Rather than selling products, these businesses sell efficiency. Think about it. Every single business on the planet wants more output with fewer resources. They want to make more money, save more money, or just operate with fewer headaches. And that is exactly what AI automation businesses are selling. They hunt down repetitive processes, they build intelligent workflows, and they deliver measurable improvements. They are sitting right at the absolute center of this incredible transformation in the digital economy.
So, as we close out this explainer, I want to leave you with a pretty powerful, provocative question to chew on. As this technology rapidly becomes the actual backbone of the modern economy, will your business adapt to the intelligent workflow transformation or be left behind? Because the demand for folks who can connect AI technology with real-world business outcomes, that is only going to grow from here. Thank you so much for joining me for this breakdown, and I really hope this sparked your curiosity to dive even deeper into the automation revolution.